Barakatah Hawa, Barakatah Hawa Shai, Barakatah Hawa, Barakatah Hawa Shai, Kal Halalam La, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Yahweh is the true name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai, the name of His only begotten Son. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who lead and continue to lead by examples to the flock and who taught me this truth. Peace and salutations also to the Akim out there pushing this word in all sincerity, and to the large body of believers, the men, women, and children who have been foreordained, to come repenting to Yahweh through Yahweh Shai sacrifice. Shabbat Shalom. Now, I'm gonna play this video, and then we're gonna get into it. Right? Esau is up to his old tricks again. So fair use, fair use. This video is not for monetary gain. This is just for educational purposes. Fair use, fair use. Let's get into it. So I'm gonna play a good little portion of it, maybe about 5 minutes, and then we get into the video.
I don't think I've ever seen so much information about a mass shooter come out as fast as we've seen with this latest terrible, tragic shooting. I mean, within hours, we're told he was trans, Russian, anti-Israel, and anti-Trump. We see messages that have been written all over his weapons. I mean, we get these videos of the weapons and him showing them off. We get his journal. This is like the manifesto. We get all of these many pages of a manifesto. When have we ever seen so much information come out so fast in a mass shooting? Doesn't this just seem a little bit too convenient? Right? I mean, look, I don't want to be the big conspiracy theorist here, but I think we have to be a conspiracy theorist about this, or it's not even a theory when it's an actual conspiracy. Let me play for you this video. And this is what I'm talking about. This is where I think all of this is leading, why they're showing us this person, and he just happens to have all the traits that the neocons hate, right? He's anti-Israel. He's Russian, kind of connected to Russia somehow, which we'll get into that, because he's not actually, but he somehow knows how to write in Russian. He knows how to write in Cyrillic. He at 23 years old, who's not Russian. He is anti-Trump, all these things. But this is where I think this is leading. Watch, this is Aaron Cohen. He is a former Israeli special ops vet, and he is on Fox News, and this is what he's saying.
Correct. I am now about to launch Gideon, America's first ever AI threat detection platform built specifically for law enforcement. It scrapes the internet 24/7 using an Israeli-grade ontology to pull specific threat language and then routes it to local law enforcement. It's a 24/7 detective. It never sleeps, and it's going to get us in front of these attacks.
Would it have picked up on this, do you think?
100%. I wish my program would already be up. We're not launching until next week. I've got a dozen agencies on board, Trace. I just unloaded a major Northeast agency with over 2,700 sworn. This is America's early warning system.
What's America's early warning system, says the former Israeli special ops guy, Aaron Cohen, saying that he's unleashing a surveillance on us that'll detect these things before they happen. So this will flag you if you happen to say certain things. And this guy just so happens, now they're going to release this tech right when it just so happens that this mass shooter has all the things that the Republican neocon establishment hates, right? He's trans. So now we're going to flag all the trans people. So anybody who might be trans is going to get flagged. And, anybody who's anti-Israel, that's going to be top of the list, especially some of the things that this guy said, on the writings on the guns and in his manifesto, which we'll go over here in a minute. But they're going to go after anybody who says anything anti-Israel. They're going to be flagging you. They're going to be flagging us. They're flagging all of us. Anti-Israel sentiment, anti-Trump sentiment is going to get flagged. He's like loving Russia, learning Cyrillic, not even Russian. That's going to get flagged, right? Oh, you must be, because, the neocons, even though Trump says he wants to end the war and reestablish relationships with Russia. The rest of the neocons, they're all about just keeping that war going. So all of these things are going to get flagged by Gideon, and that's not the only spyware that's going to be out there. They're actually unleashing several on us, and there's others that are already out there circulating around that are meant to flag us like Minority Report style. Let's go over the fact that this video was released. Again, when have you ever seen this much footage or this much information coming out about it from a shooter? Some of the things that were written on these weapons: burn Israel, Israel must fall. 6 million wasn't enough. Destroy HIAS, which is a Jewish refugee aid organization. Jew Gas, he has it written on some of these.
I think brothers have gotten the point. Esau is up to his old tricks again. And this is this is so transparent. It has to be deliberate. It has to be deliberately transparent. So, for brothers, sisters who are listening, you see the narrative, and the narrative is clear. Right? This is another what they call F flag. You know, we'll call it pirate flag. This is another pirate flag because that's where the F flag started from. And brothers and sisters who are in the know, you know what I mean when I say F flag. Right? It started with pirates, so we're gonna call it pirate flag. This is another pirate flag. Right? This is something else that's been set up in order to justify, right, the next level of draconian measures or technocratic draconian measures that are going to be implemented. And you hear the David Cohen, I think that's his name, David Cohen, talk about Project Gideon. No, I didn't look that up, so let me see if I can look it up here. Project Gideon US. Right. So it says Project Gideon is not a single entity in the US, but a general term referring to various initiatives, including the Gideon Project by SMU's Dedman School of Law, that studies public indigent defense systems in New York. I don't think this is it. Gideon's Promise. Is this it? Salakia Akim, I should have looked that up before. Right. Keeping the Promise. Gideon's Philosophy. No, that's not it. Project Gideon, Operation Gideon. Gideon USA. Can't seem to find it. David Cohen. You don't need to use my location for that. Yeah, see, let me go back to the video, and I'll find that part again.
A former Israeli
AI threat detection platform built specifically for. Correct. I am now about to launch Gideon, America's first ever AI threat detection platform.
Right. So that's it right there. Right. So let's look for that. Right. So Aaron Cohen, Gideon AI threat detection system. Right. That's it right there. And you see, you can barely find any information about it. Right. Here we go. Aaron Cohen. Right. This is his website, aaroncohenshow.com. Support the Gideon Mission threat detection system that stops the next attack. Right. Help us build the first real-time threat protection engine for law enforcement and schools. It's an AI-powered system that scans the open web, Reddit, Discord, gaming chats, fringe blogs, and flags the signs of violent attacks before they happen. So you know what that means? That means, right, and here it goes, grievance build-up, martyrdom language, tactical planning, school shooting, extremist indoctrination. So you know what that means, brothers? That means that we are on that list, right? The famine of the word is coming. Martial law. You see what's happening right now in DC? Brothers know what's happening now in DC, right? And we know, through prophecy, that's gonna come right throughout America. And here they have this Project Gideon, launching to what? To scan the web, right? And do threat detection, pre-crime. If you watch that movie, Minority Report, as Kim mentioned, these patterns show up again and again before shooting, but there's never been a system built to catch them in real time. So that's what Gideon is, right? To catch you before you do anything in real time, right? This is 2 Corinthians 2:11 in the NLT, so that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes. So, brothers should be up, on this type of thing, yo. Knowing that this is the agenda that Esau has. This is the plan that Esau has. So when things like this come up, and it's so transparent now, that so many people are able to catch on to it because this is just a regular news reporter, Kim Iverson, even though she's sharp, I will admit that, you know, but she's pointing out it's way too convenient. You have this school shooter and so much information is coming out. It's like a perfectly planned individual. It's like the personality itself was constructed. It's like a movie. It's like a movie character. Each detail of his character was so carefully planned and put together and then just packaged and shown on mainstream media. Oh, this is who did it. This is all information we've had on him. He's a Russian lover, right? A Russian sympathizer, they call it, right? He's anti-Israel, he's anti-Trump, he's trans, you know, all the different things that, as they said, the left, the right hates, right? So this is Jeremiah 49, verse 7. Concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord, is wisdom no more in man? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? Right? Because why are we saying this? Because right now everybody's seen, Esau, these things are being exposed, right? That you are the one who are perpetuating evil in the world and pretending to just react to the evil in altruistic ways. When in truth, you set up a lot of the evil that takes place, or you perpetrate a lot of the evil that takes place. But then on the other hand, you play police. You play the good guy and say, oh, I'm coming to save the day. Right? But that's been exposed. Flee ye, turn ye back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Teman, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. Ultimately, the Lord is gonna judge them, yo. They think that they're operating in darkness, that they're covered, right? And really and truly, it's not just that anymore. It's so blatant. It's like it's sheer effing hubris, yo. Sheer effing hubris, right? They operate with impunity. They bring out these things and they know that there's no one to stop them. So they just do these half-assed pirate flag events, right? Use it to justify the next wave of technocratic draconianism, right? And then just go forward with the plan. If grape gatherers come to thee, would they not leave some gleaning grapes? If thieves by night, they would destroy till they have enough. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places. He shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. The Lord is revealing Esau right now, yo. Starting with Mr. Babylon America. Everything is being revealed, yo. Right? Habakkuk 2:16, thou art filled with shame for glory, drink also and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall turn unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. Right? And that's through the Spirit of the Lord. Right? Even these reporters like Kim Iverson bringing out all this information, that's through the Spirit of the Lord. Right? Isaiah 47, right, and verse 1, come and sit down in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. And that's America. America is the virgin daughter of Babylon. America is Mr. Babylon the Great, right? The revival is of the Roman Empire, that fell, 2,000 years ago. That's America, yo, right? Sit thou on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstone, grind the meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, I will not meet thee as a man. Because ultimately, this is a system that's being set up, right? This is a system that's being set up. Isaiah 59, right? And verse 9, right? Therefore is judgment far from us, neither does justice overtake us. We wait for the light, but behold obscurity, for brightness, but we walk in darkness. This man is gonna bring such level of darkness over the world, right? That you won't know anything except what he tells you. You won't believe in anything except what he tells you or gives you permission to believe in, right? Jumping down, right, to verse 14, Right? It says, and judgment is turned away backward, and justice standeth afar off. For truth is fallen in the street, and equity cannot enter. Yea, truth faileth, and he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey. Right? And the Lord saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment. Right? That's what's happening right now. Right? If you decide that you're gonna depart from evil, right? You are labeled as an anti-Sem. You are labeled as a terrorist, right? And all these other different labels in order to what? To remove you from the situation altogether, right? To remove truth from the situation altogether, right? Um, reproving the. Let me see if I can find it. At the gate. Why can't I find that precept? They hate him. Let's see if I can. Yep, here we go. This is Amos chapter 5. It's rebuke it, not reproach it. They hate him that rebuketh, Amos chapter 5, verse 10. They hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. Right? So we show you one of the things that Project Cohen is against. It says what? Extremist indoctrination, right? And right now, Great Millstone, according to the Poverty Law Center, is labeled as an extremist group, right? So you know what that means, brothers, right? When this thing is launched, Gideon, America's pre-attack warning system, a lot of you Israelites, Hebrew Israelites, are gonna be swept right under this, yo. So brothers have to be careful, with the words that we speak, and we make sure that we're speaking behind our power, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and not speaking as if we are going to do anything, but saying, through the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, we will pull down our enemies. The Lord is gonna come and the Lord is gonna destroy, this present kingdom, yo, right? Not we ourselves, right? So this is Psalm 64 and verse 1. Hear my voice, O God, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsels of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, right? Who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, right? That's what they're doing. Creating legislation, that's their bitter words, right? In order to what? To take us down. To say, oh, you're a threat, right? And before you go out and shoot up some schools or plant some bombs, we're going to lock you up because you have an extremist indoctrination, right? Because you're anti-Sem, right? That they may, soon we're going to be able to say anti-Sem, right? They encourage themselves, right? Salakia, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? Well, through the eyes of the Heavenly Father, through the eye salve, I should say, that we have been given by Yahweh Shai, right? We can see the things that are taking place here. We can see the prophecies unfolding. We can see your moves, Esau, right? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. But Yahweh shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly they shall be wounded, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Yeah, the Lord is revealing all their plans, yo. What's going on down there in DC? There's a lot of videos showing you even the occultic connections to what's going on there in DC and the ultimate plans to take that military state, that federal military state nationwide, right? And you see the conflicts and the or should I put it the conflicts and the tension, you see me, between the state at the state level and the federal level, with cities like Chicago, you see me, and LA, California, being against You know, the Trump regime. That's a house divided by itself. And now we're seeing this thing, you know, Gideon, Project Gideon, you know, which will be an AI threat detection system. That's just out of the movie Minority Report, right? Now, I had a definition here that I wanted to bring out, right, from the AI chat that I use. What is the purpose of a false flag? A false flag operation, right? Hopefully, the lesson is not flag. Is a covert operation designed to deceive by making it appear as though it was carried out by a different group than the one actually responsible. The term comes from naval warfare, where ships fly enemy flags to approach targets without suspicion before attacking. The typical purposes include political manipulation, creating a pretext for military action, policy changes, or to justify existing positions. Historical examples include the Reichstag flag fire in Nazi Germany or allegations about the Gulf of Tonkin incident. Right, so this that you see here right now with this newest school shooter with all the convenient information packaged and put out in the media, this is another example of that. Right? Justifying now what? Bringing out this Gideon system. Oh, if only my system was operational, we could have prevented this. Right? Shifting blame, making an adversary appear responsible for an action to damage their reputation or justify retaliation against them. Yeah, justify retaliation against the anti-Sems, right? The trans, right? The extremist ideologies. This is what they lead to, right? We need to get them before they resort to extremist and violent actions. Rallying support, generating public outrage or unity behind a cause by creating the appearance of an external threat or attack. This is what you see. If my system was operational, this would not have happened. We would have stopped this. We would have seen the posts on social media. We would have seen the patterns, and we would have been able to mobilize and prevent this horrific incident. Right? Disrupting opponents, undermining enemy groups by making them appear to have committed acts that alienate their supporters or allies. Intelligence gathering, infiltrating organizations or testing security responses under false pretenses. And I said, what is an agent provocateur? An agent provocateur is a person who infiltrates a group or organization to encourage illegal, radical, or violent actions that can then be used to discredit or prosecute that group. Right? So I don't have to go too much into that. Let's get another precept. Right? This is Isaiah 29 and verse 15. Woe to them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say to him that framed it, he had no understanding? Because ultimately, it's the Lord that's wielding the axe, yo. Right? You are the axe, Esau, and the Lord is the one that's wielding you, yo. The Lord is the one that made you for this very purpose. But you have been so puffed up by pride that you think, first and foremost, that your works are in the dark and that they are independent of the Heavenly Father, right? And that you are somehow going to operate without any punishment, that you're going to operate with impunity, right? But I have another thing coming. You have another thing coming, yo. Right? The Lord is gonna judge you, yo. The Lord is gonna destroy you, right? And all your plans are gonna fall neatly, right, upon your own head. Let's get that in Psalm chapter 9. Right? This is Psalms chapter 9, right? And I'll start from verse 16. The Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, is known by the judgment which he executed. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands, right? Higeon, right? You know, I've never looked up that word. Let me look it up. Bear with me, brothers and sisters. All right, let's look up what this word means. Hagayawan, right? And it says a murmuring sound, a musical notation, a meditation, a solemn sound, resounding music, right? So it's similar to Selah, right? So it's pretty much a musical note, right? Because the Psalms are songs in the Spanish Bible. I think the word is cantillations, right, or cantilaciones. Verse 16: the wicked shall be turned into hell, and all the nations that forget Yahweh. For the needy shall not always be forgotten. The expectation of the poor shall not perish forever. Arise, O Lord Yahweh. Let not man prevail. Let the heathen be judged in thy sight. Put them in fear, O Lord, right? That the nations may know themselves to be but men, right? So hopefully this lesson was edifying. Keep your eyes open. The time is coming. Shalom.